Hello everybody, welcome back to Robot Attack. My name is Scouter007. Today I'm with the new speedrunning person of Metal Gear Solid 3, Smokinace007. How are you?
Not too bad.
You are changing speedruns. I don't know how I feel about this.
I see. I'm going on to a different one. I gotcha.
Alright.
I was like, I haven't made any strides. I haven't found any new tech or skips or anything. No, I mean, I definitely haven't mastered Metal Gear Solid 1, and I definitely haven't given up on it or anything. But I have another plan in mind for what I'm doing. But I kind of want to get a good base for all the games and then hone it a little bit more. So yeah, I'm interested. When I originally had the idea of trying to beat all of them together for myself. I know people have done it for a while, much quicker than me. Metal Gear Solid 3 gave me the most issue when I was replaying it because I hadn't played it in years. So I wanted to learn that one next to really cut down on that time. And I'm learning a lot about the game, for sure.
Good. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. I kind of mentioned this on stream. I'm debating about Resident Evil 4 because I don't think I'll get sick of that game, and I've been watching some speedrun. JFTB, he used to be on Awesome Games Done Quick, and he decided not to speedrun anymore, which is, I could understand why. You go insane. So yeah, I've been watching his. He has a tutorial on nice. beat the game on Pro. You get, I think, more items if you go on Pro. So yeah, learning that. But yeah, what else is new? I feel like it's been 84 years.
It's been approximately. Oh, not a whole lot. As far as games that I've played this month, obviously Metal Gear Solid 3. I actually started playing Final Fantasy V. And I am quite upset with myself that I have not played that game before. It's one of the Final Fantasy titles that I might have started. I know. I might have started at some point because I had the Final Fantasy Anthology, which I had 5 and 6. But I think a friend borrowed that, and I never got it back. But no,
That's what you call it, rude friend.
I know, right? So, Scouter, give me my copy back.
All right. Wow. Thanks.
But no, I really like that. For anybody who's a fan of like older style JRPGs, I recommend it. The story's pretty good. I love the job system in it. It's really fun and is very much tailored to kind of customizing and playing how you want to play. You're not really just kind of forced to use this or that or something. You can have any character be any job and level up in that job. So that's really cool. Other than that, just kind of some of the normal stuff. Some Battlefield 5. I did start playing the DLC for the Final Fantasy VII Remake with the Yuffie side story. So I'm excited to finish that. I don't think it's too crazy long, but it's fun to get back into the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I still prefer the original, but they did a pretty decent job with the remake. There are definitely things that I wish they had stuck more original to. Personally, the combat system, I wish it was still turn-based. I'm not a big fan of the action RPGs, but it's kind of a fusion, which was a little bit nicer than just going straight heavy-handed, complete action shoot 'em up. But no, that kind of sums it up. You know, some other things played here and there, but nothing too substantial. How about yourself?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, played Dead by Daylight with Unbound a lot lately, and honestly, that was I was pretty surprised. I thought I wouldn't enjoy that game, but it's good. It's not my favorite, but yeah, it kind of blew me a little bit. It blew me away with like, what? This is actually like watching some streamers and stuff that I was watching, and yeah, it's not that bad. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think that's one of those games where I've played a little bit of it, but I really only played kind of solo, and I feel like that's definitely one of those games that if you play with somebody who kind of knows what they're doing and can kind of help you along, and also just as with a lot of games, play with friends. That element, I think that's one of those games where you really have to work together.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I was playing it, I played it with one friend for a little bit, but then we just didn't really get back to it. And it was definitely better playing with someone but trying to play it solo, especially when you're just learning the game, it can be very frustrating because you just kind of flounder, and then you have no real way of communicating with anyone. So
exactly, that's what I said. Like basically, yeah, you need somebody to play with, otherwise. I don't know how anyone plays it solo, because it's just that way you could communicate with your friend, and beat Resident Evil 5, and that was co-op too, with also Unbound, and that was again. I'm starting to catch up. I'm playing all the Resident Evil 5s, or all the Resident Evils.
How many Resident Evil 5s are there?
There's just the one, I think. And to kind of go on your note of like doing the side quest of a game, I did a side quest of Resident Evil 4, which is Separate Ways. The Separate Ways is you play as Ada, which is kind of she's in the background. She's one of the characters in Resident Evil 4, and you get to play as her, and like it kind of like it sets up like all the things, like little things I've of course for me who's been playing Resident Evil 4 a lot, like this building, like Ada goes in this building and it explodes, and then obviously when you play as Leon, that building is exploding, so like damaged and stuff, so it's like it all like is clicking like little details, cool. Or like, oh, you gotta get this object and put it in a chest, but anyways, it's a short, I think I beat it in 3 hours. Like it's pretty quick game, or I think even 2, but it's pretty quick. Obviously it's meant for you to, and then once you beat the game, you get to unlock Pimp Leon. It's pretty much Leon in a gangster outfit with a hat and this scarf, like white scarf, and then Ashley, when you like see her, meet her, she's in like full armor, so like she won't be picked up or anything. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that was long, and I apologize. And then I played the wheel. On the wheel, I played Not Tonight, as I mentioned, is basically Papers, Please. It's from the same makers. They do a lot of stuff, and I've been following this company for lately because I think they are making We Build a Zoo. No more robots. It's called. They have robot. Yeah. They do a good job of they producing some good stuff. I'd recommend you following them. But yeah, Let's Build a Zoo is coming out for them, and Not Tonight, like I said, is basically Papers, Please. And that was pretty fun, and more of a like. Well, it was pretty fun. It was similar to Papers, Please, but I think Papers, Please still has a place in my heart, because it's still a good game. I definitely recommend picking it up. But yeah, a lot of other games. That's about it. Really, mostly it's just playing a lot of co-op games and a lot of fun. That's Resident Evil 5 was good, and can't wait to play more of the series. but yes, let's get to the bulk of the conversation because we already wasted 10 minutes on this. We'll talk about obscure games. This was a comment last month with Canned Sandwich. So I think I was joking to Smokinace, which might be true. A lot of I will probably take on most of this conversation, but yeah, if you want me to start or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Yeah.
I'll probably sprinkle a few things here and there, but yeah, this is definitely your wheelhouse.
Yeah, a lot of. So we'll set rules. We can't talk about Resident Evil 4. All right, I can't talk about BioShock Infinite. I can't talk if we do, and you can't talk about any of your favorite games. We will have to donate $1 to each other. I know it's going to be hard. From this point on, I already said it. That doesn't count. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I'll start. So these are what I think unappreciated obscure games. What Canned Sandwich means is like games that I take that as like games that are good and should be popular. So or should a lot of people should play it. So I'll just kind of run through. I also asked some people. I mean some people asked one person, but so maybe I'll mention that. But real quick, wanted to mention Flame in the Flood. If you haven't, it's a very how do I explain it? It's a very survival type game where you're on a boat and you have to you kind of are on this boat, and it if you hit stuff, it damages, and then you could possibly die if you damage it too much. It's a survival game. You go to like a offshore little island, and you find stuff for food, healing. You could fix your boat, and it obviously gets dramatically harder as the boat continues. I've been playing it. It's a very difficult game. I haven't. It's definitely it's up there. I should get back into it. The only problem I had with that game was every once in a while, you're I play with mouse and keyboard, as you know. The game will just do its own thing and trap move you on its own, and I'm not even touching the keyboard, and my character's doing the trapped in it. So I don't know if it's some corrupted thing in the game, or so it's kind of really buggy, but maybe it's just something I've done with the game. I don't know. I think someone told me there's a fix to it. I don't know. Maybe it's because I tabbed out or something. I don't know. But anyways,
No.
So Graveyard Keeper. So if you are familiar with kind of Stardew Valley, this is Graveyard Keeper is more of a Stardew Valley, but you're killing people. No, burying dead bodies and gathering their brains or whatever. And it's another game that I haven't played a lot of because for me it's harder wrap around okay, on this day I need to meet this guy, this is when this is open on this day. So I think for me it's kind of hard, or I'm sure for other people it's no big deal, but if you like Stardew, I'd probably recommend that one. Prison Architect, I feel like another game that's also very I just feel like it just more people should play it. It kind of was popular, and then I don't know, it kind of died really quickly. I don't know.
I feel like that one was kind of almost like a firework where it
just was there and then
came out,
bye.
Yeah, and I saw it everywhere, and then I definitely hear about it more from you and your streams and stuff like that, but occasionally see something on Steam, or they release something else. But
well, I get why. I mean, every time I play it, I think that's one of the maybe it's just not entertaining to watch. You know, like I stream it, and then that's probably one of my least viewed streams is Prison Architect. And I don't know what, like, and luckily for them, like they've been their DLC needs work. I think they just literally slap stuff for some of their DLC, like, you know, like their water, like their island, Prison Architect Island DLC is like, basically, I think it was the Spiffing Brit or something kind of covered it. He's like, yeah, don't get this because you could literally do it in your prison right now. Like, oh, okay.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, like, then, you know, like I do, like, I might pick up one or two because again, like, maybe read the reviews before you pick it up. Like, there's a new one that's like plant, like they do plant work, and they could sell those plants. Like, that one sounds interesting, but
yeah,
I don't know. And then Townscape, I played it a little bit on stream. It's a kind of a city builder. You pretty much get an ocean land, and then you like just touch. Like, I feel like it should be like a mobile game. I'm sure it is.
yeah.
I just feel like it's one of those games that it's kind of just a relaxing, calm game. That you just build this, like, I would say kind of like an Italy-style town. Best way to explain this is very artsy and very cute. I liked it. Will reference my friend Unbound here. I asked her. She said, Blink, the Time Sweeper, and these are games I never heard of. Dark Cloud, and if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Oak Edge, Shadow King. Never played any of those, but that's hers. And she also said Amnesia, which I played a little bit. I feel like for me, I don't know. I feel like it's never ending of chasing, and it's a horror game of chasing, like being chased and like panicking while you're trying to figure out where to go and what to do. You know, it was okay. I definitely could see that people, you know, something different than a horror game. I feel like in terms of that, like a lot of horror games is very boo, and we talked about this obviously in our Halloween special. But you know, yeah, I could see why people would. It's unappreciated for sure. That, you know, it's definitely a different style of horror game that, you know, people might not know of.
No.
And then I only got a few more, I promise. Of course, if I could read my writing. So I will say, on top of... So I always tweet this every once in a while. Clay can do no wrong. And I mean that. A lot of people know... sorry, that's the game. A lot of people know Don't Starve, but people, I feel like, don't know their other games, and I feel like they definitely... You should definitely try that, like Oxygen Not Included. And I'm one to talk. I definitely have a heart. I bought that game before it was even released. Like,
you pirate.
Yeah, I meant it was in beta. All right, I want to be clear here. Don't even mention my other CDs that I showed. Remember, I mean, what?
I see that jewel case back there.
Right, that's all. That's where it keeps. That's all where they are.
Thousands of pirated discs.
Shush. No, it's really good. Oxygen Not Included. Definitely. It's very. I didn't really look up a whole lot of that game, but it's pretty, like, you definitely have to play it a little bit to, like, you definitely have to, like, die a few times and that's the same thing with, I'm sure you know, Don't Starve Together or Don't Starve. That.
Yeah.
Once you, like, start realizing, okay, this thing doesn't work, or if I attack this thing, I'm gonna die. Pretty much anything in Don't Starve, if you attack it, you're gonna die. But
you smack it with a stick, it's gonna smack you back.
Basically, I mean,
really
I would definitely agree with it. Like, I saw these, me and Unbound and Curie were playing, and there were these, like, things in the water that, like, light up, or maybe it's just me and Unbound, but regardless, like, they just, like, came out of the water, and, like, these, like, had, like, they're like octopuses, but, like, with eyes, and, like, they light up, and they, like, came across, and they're like, we're like, okay, what are these? And they're like, okay, they're not hostile, they're just cute and adorable, and luckily enough, we just like, okay, we could walk past them. I'm like, I wonder if we could attack. I was like, no, like, remember, this is Don't Starve. I'm not. Oh. I assume they're like the penguins. If you attack one, they'll all attack. Kind of thing. So
you didn't kill one?
No, we should have. But
what kind of Don't Starve player are you? You have to smack everything with a stick.
Yeah, right.
You must always smack at least one with a stick.
Right. I mean, maybe I should have done that, like with like when we're dying or something, to be like, all right, let's experiment. So that way we, and again, like, so much things already have changed in that game already. Like, the farming has changed. Like, I was like, what is this? Yeah, there's like this thing, instead of like plotting lands and getting stuff, there's this like machine that like digs up the ground and then you plant stuff in.
Interesting.
Yeah, it took a while. I was panicking with Unbound. I'm like, what is this? What's going on here? And look, because we're like, I don't even know what we're gonna do. This is basically, we need this for our food source. And I guess, as mentioned, it's one of those games, if you don't play it for a long time, you're gonna just like, it's kind of like Rocket League, if you aren't consistent playing it, you're gonna like, and that's what is upsetting about that, is like, about that game is, if you don't play it, they update it a lot, which is great, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if I don't play it for a month, I don't even know what's going on. And it's like, they update it too much, which I love. Again, I can't.
It's a good problem to have.
Right. Yeah. And then, I think that's pretty much all my list. I'm just like skimming one more time. Definitely, I feel like I'm one to talk because I play a lot of indie games. So like, most of this list is indie. They're just, very. I definitely feel like, and Broforce. Have you played Broforce?
I have played a little bit. I've seen a decent amount of it, but that one's a lot of fun.
That one is stupid fun. Oh, I let's save this one for last for a reason. I went back to my list and I looked at it again. All right, Parkitect. I think I mentioned it before in this podcast, but Parkitect, I feel so bad for them. And I always, I think KKR was streaming City Skylines, and King Wrong was streaming City Skylines, and then I mentioned, hey, have you played Parkitect? And like, he says about, like, I forgot what the topic was, but I mentioned, like, I mention it as much as I can, like, to people. And when I play Planet Coaster, for instance, like, hey, if this is too detail oriented, highly recommend Parkitect, because it's very Parkitect is a roller coaster game. It came out like a month before Planet Coaster did, like, and it is kind of like, I feel like, luckily, one of my YouTubers I watched, Nerd Cubed, which I mentioned him last podcast, but he he mentioned, like, okay, he did a funny thing where it's like, all right, let's compare these three games of, like, Planet Coaster, Parkitect, and I forgot which one else, but, like, he's like, you should just, or he, I think it was, like this Roller Coaster Tycoon game that's, like, on mobile or something that, like, is really crap. Like, they're just Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't know what they're doing. Like, sometimes they actually have Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic on mobile, but they're just trying to do something with a game that shouldn't be. Like, it's very DLC oriented, and he's like, all right, let's just build this pirate ship, the swinging ship. All right, look at what you can do of just in Roller Coaster Tycoon, whatever version. And then he's like, all right, let's do it in Parkitect, and then all these things, and then let's do it in Planet Coaster. And he's like, all right, so between these three games, which one would you buy? And he's like, all right, between for sure Parkitect and Planet Coaster, both of them. I was like, all right, and like something simple like that is really funny, and so yeah, Parkitect came out like a month before. I want to say they came out like right around the same time as Planet Coaster, and just Planet Coaster just ate them. Like, it's so unfortunate, and it's just, of course, like unfortunate timing for them. Like, luckily, I've watched. I think I put it somewhere that the people from like Roller Coaster Tycoon, the developer who made it, is like not doing anything because he was like involved in like some legal stuff or whatever, and so he didn't really like want to be a part of stuff anymore. And they kind of interviewed the guy, like he's trying to like, oh, I want to contacting him, but he's like, oh, nobody has really contacted him because of course legal stuff, like he doesn't want to talk to like anyone, and so I get it, and so he's like. So he did an interview of like the developers of Parkitect, and like why, like that's so well done, and I'm like, yeah, thank you. Like, so I feel like, it's Parkitect is, I feel like should be, if you like roller coaster building games, definitely also get Planet Coaster. Like, if you want really detail oriented, want to blow up your computer because it's 10 million years old, I upgraded my PC, so I could run stupid games now and not crash my stream. So I was gonna say, like, I was trying to play Planet Coaster and it was crashing. So like, if you want a detail and spend hours and hours on just building this, like really be detailed on this one coaster, you can do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon. And but if you want something more simple and be still like fun, I would definitely recommend, and not blow up your computer, Parkitect. Definitely, I try to plug it as much as I can, because it's just, again, I feel so bad and unfortunate for them that they, it was just bad timing for them, because of course, Parkitect or Planet Coaster is Frontier. They're Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 developers, so of course they're gonna have more of a bang than I'm gonna be arrested. They're coming after me. So yeah,
they know.
They know.
They heard about your CDs.
See, look, he shouldn't have said anything. Hide him. Go. No, a little bit. No, but yeah, Parkitect. I think that one. It's definitely more affordable too than. Again, if you want to stream something roller coaster based and not blow up your PC, because then pick up Parkitect. It's still, they're definitely, you could tell they're also behind on things. Like I've launched the game recently and they're slowly adding stuff, but like that's so good about the workshop things. It's like you could literally find stuff, and that's what they connect to. But I should probably, maybe I'll put it on the wheel again. Put it on the wheel for. Anyways, that's a long thing. But what? So without saying the words I told you earlier, what games have you? What games you think are obscure?
Oh no. I don't have a ton. I feel like this was difficult for me because I play such a wide variety of games, as you know. I have a hard time remembering like what's more obscure and what's more mainstream. Like, obviously you have your bigger titles that come out that everybody knows, Call of Duty, Borderlands, those kind of things. But I feel like there's so many games that I've played that I hate to say it, but I've kind of forgotten about, which obviously makes them a little more obscure because they don't stick out in my head as some of those core games. But the only the couple that come to mind when I was thinking about this, Insurgency. It's a first-person shooter. It's pretty. I don't want to say run-of-the-mill, but it's kind of run-of-the-mill. But it's a little bit more realistic. Just in, you can't take 30 shots. You don't have, med packs everywhere. You don't have things being revived. Environments are a little more.
It's only multiplayer?
I'm sorry?
It's only multiplayer?
Yeah. I couldn't remember if there's any single player or not, but...
Well, I can't play that. I don't have friends.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no.
That's true. We can I can't confirm. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, like, I like it because you have to be a little more strategic, a little more tactical.
Basically every shot counts,
Yeah, pretty much. And if you take a shot from someone, you're going to give your position away. You might need to think more about maybe you add an attachment that is a flashlight, because there are some parts of the level that are more on the dark side or something like that, and you can't necessarily see everything. So if you don't have some way to light up those areas, you might miss somebody or something like that. So that one's pretty fun, and I feel like that one doesn't really have that much of a kind of a following. It never really gained too much traction or anything.
It just looks like this one, Battlefield 2.
That is such a good game. That is such a good game. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story about that.
Sorry, that's why I was shuffling the... Because I played that in solo, and man, it's a nightmare, by the way. And I actually played it on hard, and of course, you basically have to be the commander, because the AIs suck. So you have to hey, we attack here, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. And it is as much as that game was crap.
Hey.
I meant for single player. It was because I had to put it on hard difficulty to at least have, because otherwise I'll just steamroll. At least hard, I could have some kind of, and even on hard, I still won a lot of games and I lost. But no, definitely, that was man. If I could have that still play on my PC, maybe Good Old Games has it or something. But
fun fact,
maybe. Sorry to interrupt.
Was actually playing that game the other day. I didn't stream it, but I just wanted to play it, and of course the servers have been taken down and all that, so you can only play single player. But no, I didn't mention it, but I think it was last month that I played it. But yeah, I just played it for an hour or two, but I remembered how much fun it was, and I miss the commander role that game had.
Yeah.
They tried to add the commander role back, and I think it was Battlefield 4 or maybe 3, but it wasn't the same. I loved that you had your assets, and you could go and you could blow the other commander's assets up. You could blow up their artillery. You could blow up their UAV and their scan and stuff like that, and then you could repair those. Oh, that was such a good game. I spent so many hours.
Sorry, and I'm really to interrupt, but yeah.
I'm really sad that they took down BF2S. If you ever check that out, it was a website where you could. That was the only way you could check your stats for Battlefield 2. But yeah, that game was so good. I like the modern Battlefield games. I'm excited for 2042 because I played a lot of 2142, and that was a really fun game. So I'm interested in 2042 to kind of see more about that. But I definitely miss Battlefield 2. Spent a lot of hours with some friends playing that down at the Gamers Lounge. There was a place you could rent time on a PC, and we did a few lock-ins and played with the owners and stuff. Oh, that was a lot of... Man, talk about nostalgia. Battlefield 2, that was a good freaking game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Insurgency, definitely, look into that one. If you like online shooters and you want something a little more... And I I hate to use the term realistic for a shooter because it's
not.
Exactly. Like I have never been in the military. I've never been in anything remotely close to combat or anything. So I do dislike using the term realistic, but it's definitely a more tactical shooter. It's not as much of an action shooter, and there's nothing wrong with action shooters, but if you want something a little more tactical, give Insurgency a look.
I actually might pick that up now. That does actually.
Hey, if you ever want to play it, let me know. I'm definitely don't know the ins and outs, and I'm not super well versed. I don't have a ton of time in the game, but it's fun. Right. It's a fun change of pace for some games. Of course, Don't Starve. I won't talk about that one too much since you touched on it a little bit. But yeah, that's a game.
Stole your thunder.
No, you're good. I picked up that game for free through PlayStation Plus, and
you don't regret it. You're welcome.
No, not absolutely. I remember heading over to actually my boss's
telling me
house.
You're getting into indie games now.
I remember going over to my boss's house, and we'd take turns, and that's of course where we'd hit things with a stick, and then you find out that hey,
the Wikipedia will help you out. Trust me, we literally had to look it up for farming. Like
at the time, we didn't look anything up. At that, of course, after we got a little more into it, we started looking things up. But discovering the tree giant for the first time. Because we chopped down too many trees, and then this freaking
Tree Guardian.
Yes, thank you. Sorry,
I got you.
Just comes out of nowhere and just freaking golf clubs us away.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, that's a thing.
Well, it's funny. Like sorry to interrupt again. Me and Curie and Unbound when we were playing, we found the Dragonfly, which is basically like pretty much the end all of Don't Starve, but he's not. He's just like the hardest thing to beat in the whole game. He's kind of like the Tree Guardian, where he's like difficult, but Tree Guardian is not that difficult. I could beat him, but not to gloat. But the Dragonfly, you're gonna have a tough time. He'll literally one shot you. Like he is no joke, and he will chase like. If you even go by him, he's a nightmare. But anyways, go on. I could definitely see where you're going with that, like saying like, man, I regret trying to attack him or something.
Oh, like when you just find a random egg and you pick up the egg and then
the tall bird chases you forever.
Freaking tall bird comes out of nowhere and tries to smash you. Oh my goodness, I had to change my pants after that.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm like, oh, I found an egg. This seems useful.
This is great.
No, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. There's a game called Unturned. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one before. But that one, released years ago now. It's been out for quite a while.
It's a zombie game.
Yes.
I remember this one. Me and Alamo Cinema played it.
It is, for anybody who doesn't know the game, it's if you know the old DayZ, where it was kind of like survival, you just had to go, you're kind of set in the world with nothing really. You got to try to find things and just kind of survive with some zombies running around. I think like a 15-year-old kid or something coded this game.
That's crazy.
And it's a lot of fun. Like I said, the game probably came out now 9 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that. Man. So I wonder what he's doing. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, if I remember right, I think it was like a teenager who kind of planned this game out and everything, and it was a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a long time.
It's free as well.
Yeah, it's free. It's free on Steam. Give it a look. I see it looks like July 16th there was another update. So it looks like there's been a lot of updates that have been done. July 3rd, June 18th, June 12th, May 28th, May 21st. So yeah, it seems that it's still being kind of worked on to this day. So yeah, that one I feel like nobody really knows about it, but it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll have to check out
It's like a Daisy, but like Minecraft and like really cute, like lots of blocks. That's why I'm saying Minecraft, because it's
no, the visual style of it is very much along the lines of Minecraft.
Blocky. But it's really good. Yeah, good man. You're doing good. All right, see, you got this. You're doing fine. Keep going.
And really, probably only the last one. Where was it?
Sorry, I keep interrupting. This is so far the best list you ever gave in the history of Robot Attack.
I can't think of the.
I
other
love
one
this
that I was
topic.
Talk about.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I thought I had it right in front of me, but then I was looking around for.
By the way, while you're waiting, I played Overcooked 2, and that was fun too. It's been a while.
That's fun. Yeah, I actually played that. My wife and I played that on stream for a little while, and we had a lot of fun with that one. It can be frustrating, but it's that's a good definitely not obscure, but it's fun. The last one that I would have to say is Viscera Cleanup Detail.
All right. Yep. Good podcast. We're good. Best podcast of the year. Keep going. Yeah.
So, for anybody that doesn't know,
sorry.
Again, because it's obscure, if I say crime scene cleanup game
simulation,
sounds boring, right?
Right.
I'll admit it. Sounds boring as heck to me. What? I gotta clean stuff up?
Right.
Oh, lame. That's stupid. I gotta clean up all these little single bullet casings? Terrible.
Right.
Horrible idea.
No.
Blood everywhere on the walls? Oh my goodness, that's tedious.
Oh man.
Try
Santa detail game. Because there's dynamite that explodes and then you pretty much have to start all over basically.
I have that, but I have actually never... No, I think I played a little bit. You will cry.
You will literally cry.
But yeah, the game has no business being fun. It has no business being fun at all. There's no reason that it should be fun.
Right.
But it's a fun game.
It is a good game.
It's fun. I mean, when again, it's another game I don't have a ton of time in, but I have time in it, and it's a cleaning game. But it definitely fits that mold of like what is it, House Flipper, and some other ones. One that really comes to mind is I think it's My Summer Car or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember watching Funhouse play the crap out of that game, and it looked so hilarious. But you're building a car. Like, I remember they were looking up tutorials because you actually had to put the engine together like you would a real engine. You know, you've got to put all these bolts, and you've got to put this gasket, and you've got to put these pistons, and you've got to put this in here, and you've got to have it right there, and you've got to tighten it down and do all this. Same kind of thing with Viscera Cleanup Detail. It seems so boring and tedious and all that, but in some roundabout silly way, it's fun.
Yeah. I always play Santa Detail in every year, and it never gets old. It's just so good.
Yeah, I don't think it's a game that you could, play for, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely,
and you can play with
a
friends.
chunk here. Yeah, absolutely. You can. I think you can have up to 4 people, I believe.
Yeah.
I think like that, kind of the standard. But no, that one, again, it has no business being fun.
And it is.
But dang it, it's a lot of fun.
And I think it's fairly cheap. It's always on sale, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I think when I picked it up, it's
like crazy.
I couldn't even tell
cheap.
you.
Let's find out. It's like $12. $12.
And I would say I have definitely gotten.
That's always on sale. It's
$12 worth.
Oh yeah,
of
easily.
Fun out of that, if not a whole lot more.
Yeah, and then sorry. Are you done? By the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got 2 more. I just clicked on. I just saw while I was waiting. I should have mentioned this one. Totally Accurate Battle Simulation.
Ooh.
I know it's very. There's not much game to the game, but I just love it. It's just very derpy, very silly, very good. It's just so... I don't regret picking it up. I think I got it on a bundle, and I'm like, this is a great game. It can kind of going back to what you mentioned of, you think it's boring, but like, man, once you're like, you know what, I'm gonna place a catapult against this pirate pirate guy, and see who wins. And I always have like tournaments every once in a while, and it's really fun. Definitely, and they luckily have people build simulation, so like this mod capability that like, okay, once I beat the campaign, now what do I do? Well, you can play campaigns that other people created, so it's cool. And then you will remember this one, but I'm hoping that it kind of comes back a little bit. Trackmania Stadium.
I never played it, but I know of it.
So basically, and I've been watching Virtual. He's a kind of a speedrunner of, well, let's say speedrunner, because you can get world records on that game. Trackmania Stadium. It's basically your Mach 5 car. Is that what it's called? I don't know cars. It's one of those ones that it goes like really fast, and it's like, it's actual like person without the hood. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The car, but it's like obstacle courses and like jumps and loops, and man, he's very entertaining to watch. Some of his stuff, like, it's insane to watch. Anyways, oh, by the way, we should mention a little. Have you? Do we got time? Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Have you watched AGDQ this week? Last week? When was it? 3 weeks ago?
I got to watch a little bit. I definitely need to catch up on some VODs.
Because that was this month, right? Yeah. I sent you. I poked you with Metal Gear Solid, I think, if I remember correct, or Final Fantasy, I think, if I remember right. Yeah. But of course, I always Super Mario 64 blindfolded. Of course, I watched that one. I actually streamed watching it. I don't know why. I just thought it might be fun to do. Definitely would have to know more of the speedrunning, like why he's doing the things he's doing. But of course, like blindfolded too. He's new to that realm of.
I didn't think
he got a personal record on that too. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw my stream or not, but I'm not taking anything away. But in my head, I always thought there's no way that these blindfolded runners are actually doing what they're doing. Like, there's some trickery. Somebody has a controller off camera or something. I know they're not. I absolutely know it. Everybody who's seriously running with blindfold and stuff, they have put the time in everything. I don't know if you. I don't remember if you were in my stream or not, but I had my friend Enraged Bagel, and we were playing Dark Souls.
Yep.
And what we were trying to do is we were going to have one of us blindfolded, and the other one was going to be the eyes. So, like, I was blindfolded, he was going to tell me what to do. He is a Dark Souls speedrunner.
Yeah, basically.
He has sped run all of them. He knows the games inside and out. If you have a question about Dark Souls, he's probably got an answer for you.
I might poke him a little bit before.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He is very well knowledged, very well versed. He's got some really good times for Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. But we were playing, and we were trying to tell each other what to, how to do these, and it took us a while because it was difficult because. Reaction times and all that. Well, then we finally got past the first boss, and he started playing, or it was his turn, and then he made it to the next boss without me saying a word.
Yeah.
And then he beat the next boss without me saying a word, and then he made it to the next boss without saying a word. And I witnessed firsthand somebody completely blindfolded.
All right.
I had worn the blindfold that we had. I knew you could not see through it. I knew it wasn't a trick blindfold. I knew it wasn't, something like that. I watched
Maybe
him
he played the long con for you. No, I'm joking.
Hey, maybe if he did, good on him. Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
no,
Say
I just
it before
clicked.
you lose
no,
it.
no, I'm not gonna. I promise. Keep going. Go.
But no, you're just talking about blindfolded runs. Seeing that firsthand was one of the coolest and most terrifying things I've ever witnessed in my life, because it was awesome. It was an absolute display
That
of
was
just knowledge.
honestly one of the best. No offense, the best streams you had.
No, absolutely. I witnessed something that I
was just joking.
believed...
Like, I even tweeted about it, if I remember. Like, man, that awkward I forgot what the tweet was. Like, I was blown away too. I was like, oh my god.
No, it just I
all your streams are great, by the way.
I didn't know what to do. Thanks. But yeah, I didn't know what to do, and it blew my mind. But yes, just talking. I just wanted to have that little comment on blindfolded running, because that's so cool.
I would highly recommend watch. As his name is, of course, like I gotta dig through. But Bubzia, Bubzia, and he's very even entertaining too. Like, even on. Of course, like he doesn't listen to the announcers or anything. He just I messed that up, and sometimes he's just it's really fun.
Talk about muscle memory.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just skimming through any of the other ones. I didn't watch a whole lot. I know there's Biohazard. I try to avoid that since I'm playing that, but I'll definitely have to watch that. So that's why I freaked out. By the way, so you asked about Super Mario Golf. So me and my friends, KKR, I remembered you asked last month about Mario Golf. So me and KKR, King Kong Wong, Fire Brent, and then Curie joined us later. We played the first. It was gonna be just like a one-time, play 18 holes, we're done kind of thing. And then, hey, if we had time to mess around, we could, or whatever. And we just kind of played for fun afterwards. And then, Curie, halfway through, wanted to play, so we were like, yeah, let's, we'll that was a practice round. And then he destroyed us, and he won. He's the champion of Mario Golf between all of us. And I'm sure you've seen Zero Production video. About
punctuation.
Yeah, sorry, punctuation.
I just wanted to make sure I was on the right page.
I mispronounced it about it, anyways. But it is a terrible game. You are not wrong on that. It is awful. It's up there in one of the most stupid purchases with $60 I have ever purchased. I've seen RT Game, another. I haven't experimented with this, but I saw him it's just compare as Zero Punctuation said. I can't say it now. Basically, it's just supposed to be a relaxed it's I will give it credit. I liked how they do motion controls. You actually have to hold. It's very awkward, but you have to hold it like this, and it's just very awkward to me. You have to hold it at a 90-degree angle like this to play the game. Yeah. And I just felt when I was first trying to play it, I was playing it like this, because that's what you're supposed to be playing it, but it's actually supposed to play like this. So it's just very awkward.
Yeah,
a little bit for me. I had to use the the strap things, because of course the buttons are bigger, but it's just, I don't know, feel weird. It just feels a little awkward in your hand. I mean,
no,
it's not bad, but of course you're supposed to be playing like this, and this is how it's designed. It's playing games like this, Yeah. But it's actually like this. It's just So anyway, sorry. For the podcast people on Spotify, basically, I forgot we're on Spotify. Take a controller, the Switch controller on the Nintendo Switch, and basically turn it 90 degrees, vertically on your hand, and that's pretty much how you're playing it. It's just, and then I was mentioning RT Game when he was playing it. He like was just, of course, he's like a funny streamer. So like he like hit the ball, like it went way off course, and the ball's like, yeah, you got to hit it there. He's like, no, surely this is like out of bounds. Like it may have got repatched recently or whatever, but like clearly, like maybe you could still do it. But I felt like you could still do it when I was playing with my friend, like playing with friends. I was like, man, surely this is out of bounds, right? Like, nope, you got to hit it there. I'm like, how? Like, where? Like, come on, give me a break, game. And as Zero Punctuation was saying, sorry to go back on that, I'm going all over the place. He was mentioning like how like you want to be a calm game, right? Just have fun, right? But no, like it's supposed to, like it's stressing you out. Like, okay, now I gotta race. Like they like you could play it, of course, without the racing part, which our tournament was without, because I was like, this is just supposed to be hitting balls. Like I don't really want, like, what's the point of like racing? Like I didn't see the point of that. So I'm like,
Mario Kart,
right? That's kind of like they just slapped something bonus on it, and it's just it just seems a little bit out of place. Like. And that's why I picked it up, because I actually, with the subscription of Nintendo Online, you could get like classic games, and Mario Golf is one of them, and I actually liked playing it, and that's why I was really excited for this one, and then it's very disappointing, and I don't know, it's just definitely don't buy it. Do not buy the game. It's just very disappointing, and it's not. I see what they're trying to do. I see like they're trying to tailor towards, little Jimmy playing the game, or like trying to have fun. But like I don't know. I don't see like way like little Jimmy would play Mario Golf. You know what I'm saying? Like it's meant for our age. Like no, like it is meant for us. Like it's like what 7-year-old's gonna play Mario Golf? He's gonna play, Fortnite or what, he's gonna play the cool games of Among Us, So I see what they're trying to do, but it just doesn't fit well for me. And I think from what KKR, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but it seemed like they didn't enjoy it. Like they didn't enjoy the game either. Like I remember you asking me last month, so I wanted to share that with you. Yeah, don't buy it.
So what you're saying, just to sum up, is if you want a Mario sports game, get Mario Tennis.
Right, gotcha. Get Mario Tennis. I haven't played that one either.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. I played tennis in high school, and I, like, before, the Switch got popular with the pandemic, I, went to Target and, like, played Mario Tennis, and that was kind of like when it was released. I was like, okay, this is fun. Like, this is cool.
It's I have a lot of fond memories, like at holidays and stuff. Over at my parents, we'll play Mario Tennis on the N64, and this is the new version they made for the Switch. It's very similar, but just upgraded. There's some extra things you can have, but you can also take them out, so you can make it it's a lot of fun. If you want, I have not played Mario Golf, the newest one, and usually I don't take reviews with too much weight. But yeah, with everything that I heard about this latest Mario Golf, I avoided it. I wanted to be in your tournament, but then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll hold off and see how this game play.
I was quite happy with 4 people playing, like joining us. Like if it would have, and I was hoping for more, but it just didn't work out. But it kind of obviously was easier for me because I was hosting it, and I made a cheeky donation to everyone who participated, and even people who watched me. So, because I felt like, hey, I'm hosting this, I might as well give everyone donations who participated. But as obviously Curry is the champion. Next year we'll do it again. Maybe it'd be an annual thing, but honestly maybe not, because that game, I do not want to play that game again.
Hey, you gotta get your value out of it. You might want to make it a monthly thing.
Yeah, right. A yearly thing, because at least, hey, I know you guys spent $60. At least try to play this game.
I will force you to get your value out of it.
Again, so sorry, real quick. I know we're getting there. Two games quickly. I will want to mention.
Oh my goodness, where do these games keep coming?
Sorry, no, I wanted to mention these two for sure. Upcoming games. I want to announce that one is released already. So if you guys want to check out, and it's getting popular, and I love it. It's a very cool indie game, Mini Motorways. It's basically you're trying to connect. Like a blue car goes to this blue shop, and you got to connect a road to it, and then now there's a yellow car with a yellow shop, and you connect them, and it gets harder and harder. It's a puzzle game. If you know Mini Metro, it's like that. But yeah, it's cool. Definitely check that one out. Yeah, it'll probably drive you insane. By looking, I saw Yogscast Tom play it, and he's man, I could tell his brain is melting, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm melting just looking at it. Like, my brain's gone. And sorry, one more, and then we're done. We're gonna plug each other. And anyways, Lost in Random. I've been hyped out about this game, and I'm so excited. Definitely check that out too. September 10th. Anyways, but yeah, Mini Motorways is already out. But yeah, Lost in Random, I'm excited for too. Anyways, that's it. Also, I will say real quick, we have our first ever, to my knowledge, first purchase of a robot, and this is disappointing to me and you, I know. First fan bought our shirt on Bound 13, have bought a Robot Attack shirt. We have merchandising, and it's I feel like, man, she bought it before us. We're fools, but yeah, we have a team. We have it right there.
Full of them back there.
It makes it it made me feel awesome that we have people who listen to us, believe it or not. No, it's really cool to see awesome. Some of the of course, a purchase like that, and we have a mug, we have a T-shirt. We want to go. All of the goes to my Extra Life, by the way.
Yeah.
So none of it I don't keep, because that would be rude to Smokinace. But yeah, it's cool to see that someone purchased that. It's really made my day. And then yeah, and so thank you as well to Can Sandwich submitting this question.
Yes, it was a very good question.
Yeah, I know that, and that's probably the best question, honestly, because I applaud Smokinace for it. And speaking of which, check out Smokinace007. You should be jealous of him, because he's on a podcast with me. So you know what? Check him out. So
speaking of
just
Mr. Humble himself,
just be jealous that it's not you. I always say the opposite of, feel bad for Smokinace dealing with me. But no, today switching it up.
Oh my goodness, who are you?
He's lucky. He's lucky to be on this podcast with me. No.
To answer the question that I just asked, who are you and where is Scouter?
Right.
Scouter's on Twitch, YouTube. Check out his Extra Life page.
Also do the same for Smokinace.
Just check all those out.
Do the things. You know where we live. They're all below this video. Click all of them. Follow all of us. Would be appreciated. Honestly, just you listening to this awesome podcast is well appreciated. We're on Spotify, on youtube.com/Scouter015. If you want to see our faces, you can do that. If you don't want to see our faces, Spotify. Or both. You could listen to them at the same time.
Sync them up.
Right.
Or you could do it like a round. You could start one and then have the other one trail a little bit. And it's
right, and make sure that we're timing everything right. But yes, Smokinace007, appreciate you stopping by and doing this again. I forgot to mention the 007 last month, so I'm making sure the 007 is included this time. I felt really bad. I was like, I just said Smokinace. But I'm sure everyone would, hopefully, people could find you on Twitter, Twitch. Donate to his extra life. If you donate to mine as well. There, I said the thing. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. Look, an hour and 4 minutes. Look at that. I'll see you next month. Got some cool topics for then. But if you have anything else, please let us know. If you want us to improve this podcast in any way, definitely open to suggestions. We'll definitely be okay with... We don't get feelings hurt. We definitely want to improve your listening experience. We'll cry a little bit. But then we'll get over it.
That's normal, though.
We do that on a daily basis anyways with this podcast, but...
Well, yeah, no, and if there's any obscure games that you grew up with that you think more people need to play, or games you're playing now, let us know. Let us know what let us know what games we don't know.
Hey, definitely.
And if you heard any game in this podcast today that you go ahead and you check out and you really like, let us know too. That way, we know that, hey, Scouter gave you some good recommendations, or I mentioned something that you never thought of, and you enjoy it now.
I definitely will check out some of those that were mentioned as You and Unbound that I never heard. Like, definitely good to like some diamonds in the rough, right? Like just games that just are there that are not. I just wish it could.
They just kind of get caught up in the flood of all the other.
Again,
games.
The same thing with, like I said, Parkitect. It just got buried really quickly, and it's just unfortunate. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment. It really means a lot to us. It really doesn't really affect our the things of YouTube, but it just makes me happy. And like I said, just seeing someone buy something. What? It was definitely made my month, and man, just really cool to see people somehow listening to this. But it's because we're awesome. All right, deal with it. Appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, listening. See you next month.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.